Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, finally getting to it, The Beekeeper. I know if you're not keeping up with all my reviews, you probably think, why is he smiling, why is he so crazy? Because it's a Tuesday night. It just came out streaming tonight, so I had to watch it. I normally would save this one. Seems like it's going to be a good one. I'm excited because it's got Jason Statham in it, so I guess that's why I'm excited. It's also 6.7 on IMDb with 17,129 people. Now, I haven't read the synopsis yet, but again, if you've been watching any of my reviews in this past month, you know that I've seen the baker, ex-military type person, comes out of nowhere to save the world or save some family, right? The bricklayer, ex-military type person, comes out of nowhere. Has got to come out of bricklaying to save somebody. He's got some special skills he's got to use. The painter, yep, you guessed it, a now painter, previously some ex-military's got to come out of his painting gig and get back into the world that he was in before. All of these movies have just come out this past month, and it's been fantastic. And I've referenced this because it's The Beekeeper. Now, I have not read this. I will read it to you, but I'm guessing the Beekeeper, played by Jason Statham, was once some kind of military guy. He's got to come out from making honey and save the world. That's what I think. I think it just hits. And let's see. I could be wrong. But it's better my way. Don't ever let the truth get in the way of a good story. One man's brutal campaign for vengeance takes on national stakes after he's revealed to be a former operative of a powerful and clandestine organization known as the Beekeeper. So he was a former operative for some, awesome thing, and he's probably going to be amazing. I guess he's not a beekeeper. So that's kind of blown, but anyway, I had to. I have to watch it Tuesday night. I know I'm limiting all the awesome movies that I could watch this weekend, but I'm going for it. Hour and 45 minutes long. Let's see if it touches on the other movies that I described, and maybe not, but it was still fun. So stick around. I'll let you know. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Beekeeper, and true to form. Now, a little extra in this one. Just like the painter, the baker, the bricklayer, the candlestick maker, our beekeeper, who is played by Jason Statham, is a retired operative of some sort who is forced to come out of retirement and save or take down bad people, right? Just like everything else. Now they do hold on to that beekeeper, beehive whole theme. It's throughout the entire movie. He's trying to, get to the head of the beehive, take down queen bees. They keep going. And they seem like maybe that's what his other organization was originally. It was a beekeeper at the end, but in, retired life, he also is working with bees and collecting honey. So they connect it a little bit more than they do in the other movies, but it's the same concept. He is now a honey man, and but he's awesome. So it cracks me up, but that's okay. I'll still watch it. You can keep making them, and it's coming out. I had a good one before, but I'll think of it again. Like what I'm gonna be, like the computer scientist. That's just what I went to school for. So that's the computer scientist in the computers. But previously, he was a secret operative of something, and he's just coming out of being a computer geek and just is going to come back and save the world. That's what you get. And he his catalyst is Mrs. Huxtable. So that's kind of the friend in all of this, the civilian. That makes him comes out of retirement. Mrs. Huxtable is in it. And so Phylicia Rashad, I think, is her actual name. But anyway, speaking of names, I didn't do this to do justice and tell you at the beginning, so if you're still with me, Josh Hutcherson is in this. Prominent role in this. And interesting. I thought he did a good job. I liked his look. It's different than all of his other stuff, I think. So I like the way that they had him out. He was the CEO of a company. And then Jeremy Irons is like his right-hand man, his protector. Somewhat security, but also, I don't know, some sort of businessman. But Jeremy Irons is in it. First I thought he was his dad, but it's not. They don't have the same last name. So, and then in the smallest pop, Minnie Driver is in this. It's like, I don't get it. Why do you hire somebody like Minnie Driver? I mean, I know she hasn't been in much lately that I've seen, but, you know, she was in here for like a phone call or two, and that's it. But, I don't know. So, I thought that was interesting. There's a couple other people in it. Now, as far as action, a lot of great action. And it's fun, it's great, it's Jason Statham, right? Here's my problem with it all. It is the unbelievable kind, right? So he's a one-man wrecking crew who, like, doesn't get a scratch, right? I mean, we're talking SWAT team, FBI, you know, Secret Service, you know. It's just not, you know, and not just one, it's many. We're talking a dozen at a time, and he's able to, without like wrinkling a shirt or anything like that. So that, while I like the action, I like some of it, and at first it's like, okay, but then it's like, come on, really? And so then that stuck with me throughout this film, the unbelievability of everything that goes on. You know, just, that's what got me. The rest of it's fine. Like I said, it's the same plot as anything else. I like the different twists on things. I like the whole beginning. I want to make sure my dad watches the beginning of this movie, because you could see, and I won't get into that because that was a lot of fun for me, is finding out who's the bad people and why are they bad. I enjoyed that. I like Jason Statham taking people down and, like, you know, being the good guy for everything. The unbelievability. The other thing too is the collateral damage, I thought, you know, for our hero, I felt was a little higher than in most cases, at least in my thoughts. So I was like, you know, so how is it all going to end with all of this? And then you come to the ending, and I thought, I don't know. And I'll say a little bit more about that without spoiling it when I get to the... Well, yeah, I'll get to that in a little bit. But there was a piece of it I was just like, come on. There's a couple of different pieces, and I'll elaborate a little bit more when I'm done talking more about the movie. But that's really it. There's not much else to tell. Like I said, I like the villain, and I liked Josh Hutcherson. He was the villain ultimately, but I like the other. I like the, I don't know, what their operation. Like, why, not that I like it, but I thought it was neat that they bring this into our, you know, into the movie. I know I'm struggling, but you know what I mean. Like, they have all different kinds of things. You normally get like people who are trying to take down a government figure. That's usually one, or you know, whatever. I thought what they were trying to do here was pretty interesting, and how it all links back and ties in. That was all fun. I liked the plot line, I guess, essentially, and where it all led. Just the ridiculousness of the unbelievability. So, that's awesome. I'm surprised it's a 6.7, to be honest with you. I really am. I would think that other people would think of the same thing I do, but it's probably just, it's fun. It is definitely fun. But, I do want to say, so if you haven't seen it yet, you don't want to hear any more about it, go ahead. I'm not going to really spoil the ending. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, but I won't spoil it. But regardless, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Oh, I should have said something before that. If you stuck around and you didn't go yet, I also didn't like the ragtag group that they hired to take them down. Like, if you can't get a SWAT team, the FBI, and Secret Service to take down one guy, these ragtag bums coming off the street who, like, last 5 seconds, I thought that was useless. A useless part of the movie, I really thought. Sure, the last battle was okay, but come on. Really? That's part of the unbelievability. But the one thing I do want to say is not a spoiler alert. Really, as we come down to the end, and our FBI agent, who's been hunting him the whole time, one, is like in a window. A huge window, like a door-sized window, like double door-sized window, and he's walking by. And instead of just jumping out the window, like he was on the first floor, it was right there. He's in the yard. Like, no, jump out the window and get him. He was right there. That was absurd. And if you watch this movie, and this is going to be a little bit more, when you see the ending, the final scene, right, which is fine. watch it again. Rewind it. And I caught it. I didn't rewind it and look at it again, but he's getting ready to go into the water. He's got his mask on. He turns around, looks back at the shore. Honestly, there's 3 SWAT men, whatever, military people looking for him, right? The beach is probably this big, and they're walking, right? And you see him looking back out of the water. You see one guy look right at him, and then just look up, like. And now, I don't believe that it was like them letting him get away. You know what I mean? I think they were really hunting him, like you could say that. But I ultimately think that it was just so like, oh, where did he go? Where did he go? Is he over there? You know, like when I play hide and go seek with my 4-year-old. Oh, where is he? I can't see him. That's, oh, that cracked me up. So that's what I got. I had fun. It was a fun movie, but I have to talk a little bit about the areas of opportunity for this one. Glad I watched it. I would recommend watching it if you're a Jason Statham kind of guy. If you liked all these other ones that are coming out, you're going to check it out, right? I mean, why not? I wouldn't spend a large amount of money. I would wait until it comes out for rental instead of just purchase. But hey, that's me. So there you go. Hopefully I was helpful. I can't wait for the next one. Like the call center agent comes out of retirement and that's what it's going to be. I got to come up with better ones. But like the candlestick maker, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, the beekeeper, the bricklayer, the demon slayer. That's the only thing I can think of as rhyme. I don't know. All right, there you go. All right, thanks if you stuck with me this long. I appreciate it. Kimmel's Irish Pub.